the sonnet to the Nile, continuous. We have discussed up to this point. Now here, the poet presents the Nile from the African's point of view, as well as from his own point of view. Now, next part of the poem. Now, poet argues that the Nile is a cheater, deceiver, because he deceives, cheats Africans with some false power, false image. According to the poet, the Nile is not such a river, not a river much resourceful. Then, oh, may dark fences, dark fences underline. Dark fences means superstitious belief, mithya vishwasa, blind belief, andha vishwasa. Dark fences, mythical belief. Now all people have dark fancies. They are believers of some irrational or non-rational, non-scientific things. They are dark fancies. Now, if you believe God exists above mankind, it's a dark fancy because no science has been able to prove it. They are only concepts, dark fancies, superstitious belief. Means make error. Now poet believes the people, Africans especially, are superstitious. Superstitious. Now in India, Hindus bathe in the river, the Ganges, because they think waters of the Ganges purify, clean their sins, their soul. India Hindu Bhaktikeo Ganganam Gange ගිහින් නානවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ හිතනවා ඒ වතුරට පුළුවන් තමුන්ගේ ආත්මය පව් සෝදා හරින්න. ආත්මය පිරිසිදු කරන්න. But ironically, the Ganges is the most polluted river in the world. ලෝකේ දැන් තියෙන දූෂිතම ගංගාවලින් එකක් තමයි Ganges කියන්නේ ගංගානන්ද. Even the dead bodies are thrown into this river, and ashes of the burnt bodies are thrown into this river, and still people bathe in it. ඒත් මිනිස්සු ඒකේ නාන. මලමිනීපව මේකට විසික කරනවා. මිනිස්සු ඒත් නානවා. They are superstitious belief. Superstitious belief. Right. But it makes people sick rather than making them healthy. මිනිස්සු සුවපත් කරනවට වැඩිය මිනිස්සු අඩපණ කරන එක කරන්නේ. නිරෝගී වෙනවට වැඩිය රෝගී කරන එක කරන්නේ. They are superstitious belief or dark fancies, according to Keats. He believes These Africans are full of dark fancies. We know actually. Africans have so many beliefs. So many beliefs. Superstitious. They are highly superstitious. Highly superstitious. They surely do. Poet says that is the very reason. People's superstitious nature is the very reason. They surely do. And he further points out, it is ignorance, not only that, ignorance. Ignorance. What is ignorance? Lack of education, lack of knowledge, lack of understanding. These Africans, they have no knowledge about nature. No nature, no knowledge in nature. They worship nature. They cannot understand nature's powers. They think it's a god. It's a god, some divinity. But nature is scientific. Remember, there are no gods in nature. All phenomena, all natural events have some scientific explanation. Remember that. සබාදාමේ හැම සංසිද්ධියකටම විද්‍යාත්මක විග්‍රහයක් තියෙනවා. Interpretation, scientific interpretation. When you do not have that interpretation, that knowledge, you worship nature in fear. You are afraid of nature because you think nature can punish you. Nature can harm you. Nature can harm you if you do not worship it. Therefore, these people worship the Nile out of their superstitious belief. When people are ignorant, John Keats comments, uneducated, that makes a barren waste. They become a barren waste, another metaphor. What is barren waste? Barren waste means empty land. Empty land. There is nothing. Empty, barren. Infertile land, barren waste. Now, when people are ignorant, when people are not educated, they become empty people. They will have no wisdom, no intelligence. They are like fools, idiots. Barren waste means that. Don't try to be a barren waste. Be a wise, educated man and woman. If you are a barren waste, you will never see the truth. What it says, if people are not educated, if people are not wise, if people are not intelligent, they will never see the truth. Truth of life or truth of nature. You become a superstitious person. Superstitious. That is the poet's comment. He comments that all Africans are uneducated. They are like a barren waste. Therefore, they do not see the reality of nature. They cannot interpret these natural elements. They worship the sun, they worship nature, they worship the Nile. It's a barren waste of all beyond itself. Beyond itself. What is the idea? This barren waste is unlimited. There is no end. No end. knowing. Then he comes to a conclusion about the Nile. Thou dost bid you. Bid you means give. Does කියලා දැම්මම ඒක gives වෙනවා. Singular. Thou means you give water to the people. That's okay. The poet agrees with that idea. You give water, you have water, bid you means. Green rushes, like our rivers. Like our rivers, you have green plants. Now you know in rivers, there are aquatic plants. It's okay. That is Nile's natural beauty. You have green plants, green aquatic plants. I agree with that. Like our rivers, even our rivers give us water. Even our rivers have green plants. There is no difference between you and our rivers. You are not special in that way. Remember, he is speaking to the Nile. John Keats Nile තමයි මේ කතා කරන්නේ. Nile is personified here. The Nile is listening silently. Does taste, you enjoy. Taste means enjoy. The pleasant sunrise. Sunrise, the sun. Sunrise means the sun, morning sun. It's a beautiful scene in the morning. The sun rises over the Nile. You can imagine the picture. The golden sun rises above the Nile, making the whole river golden. It's a poetic image. That's okay. Even our rivers, the poet argues, even our rivers enjoy that golden sun. Not only you. Not only you. You have green isles. Isles means, underline isles, small islands. You have small islands in the river. That's true. All major rivers, big rivers, they have small islands here and there. Small islands. Isles. Even our rivers have small islands. Hast thou too, you have. And finally, all rivers of the world have one destination, one end. එක කෙළවරක් තියෙනවා මේ හැම river එකකට. What is that destination? The sea. The sea. All rivers, even the Nile, ends its journey in the sea. In the sea. Now here, John Keats, he generalizes that all rivers of the world are similar. They have similar characteristics, qualities. And the Nile is not a special river. Nile is not that special river, an extraordinary river. It is also a river of the world. It has natural beauty, but no other powers. All rivers have natural beauty, aesthetic beauty, but they have no superstitious powers. The Ganges of India cannot purify people's body. It makes them sick. It makes them sick. Therefore, No rivers have such superstitious mythical effects. They have only their natural effect, making people happy, giving people life, supporting people's life. That's true. Now, rivers support people's lives. Rivers give water, rivers give food, rivers give transportation, rivers give aesthetic entertainment. That's all, nothing else. Right. Now, in this way, John Keats writes this sonnet. He appreciates, he accepts the fact the Nile is beauty of nature, but he rejects the fact that the Nile is an extraordinary river. He says, no, Nile is an ordinary river. Ordinary river. Yes, Samanya Ganga. There are no special qualities or powers attached to Nile. He rejects it. Right. Now, John Keats writes this poem in a poetic competition with another poem, with another poet. මෙයා මේ කවිය ලියන්නේ සොනට් එක ලියන්නේ ජොන් කීට්ස්. එයාගේ සගයා යාළුවා තමයි ලේයිහන්. මේකයි මේකේ හිස්ටොරිකල් බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක. එයාගේ යාළු පොයිට් කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. එයා තමයි ලේයිහන්. එයාත් ඉංග්‍රීසි පොයිට් කෙනෙක්. ලේයිහන්. L-E-I-G-H. Leigh-Hunt, H-U-N-T, Hunt. Now, Leigh-Hunt writes a sonnet appreciating the Nile. Internet එකේ තියෙන එක අරන් බලන්න. Leigh-Hunt writes the sonnet appreciating Nile. එයා Nile එක appreciate කරලා sonnet එකක් ලියනවා. John Keats writes a sonnet depreciating the Nile. එයා depreciate කරලා මේ sonnet එක ලියන. It is this sonnet. Right? ඒ ලියපු sonnet එක තමයි මේ. ඒකට this sonnet is a production of a poetic competition, argument between two poets about the same matter. What is the same matter? The Nile. One poet writes appreciating, admiring the Nile. The other poet writes depreciating and rejecting the Nile's beauty and power. Right. Now, this sonnet also has a tradition. Now, the sonnet is creation of Italian poets. Now, Italy, you know, Italy again. There was a philosopher, thinker, a poet, a writer, Francisco Petrarch. He lived in Italy. He was a poet. He was a philosopher. He was a thinker, great writer. Francisco Petrarch. මම දැක්කා ඉතිහාස පොතක තියෙන 11 වසරේ මේ යුරෝපයේ රෙනසන්ස් පීරියඩ් එක. රෙනසන්ස් කියන්නේ පුනරුදේ කියන පාඩම යටතේ. ඔය ෆ්‍රැන්සිස්කෝ පෙට්‍රාක් ගැන මම දැක්කා පොඩි සටහනක් තියෙනවා. Did you see? Hands up those who saw it in your history book. පොත කියවුවා නම් තමයි ඉතින් ඒව අහුවේ. Francisco Petrarch. Yes, grade 10 or 11 or 10. See it. Now, Petrarch is the inventor. Write it down by the back of your, by the side of your poem. Petrarch, how to spell Petrarch? P-E-T-R-A-R-C-H. Petrarca. Petrarch. Petrarch is the creator, inventor of sonnet. Inventor of sonnet. මිනිහා තමයි මේ sonnet කියන tradition එක හඳුන්වා දෙන්නේ. To appreciate nature, he invented is to appreciate persons, to admire people, people's beauty, personal beauty. ඒකට තමයි මිනිහා මේ Petrarch මේ sonnet tradition එක නිර්මාණය කළේ. And it was copied by English people from Italy. English people copied it from Italy. Shakespeare and all these poets. Right. Therefore, this is a Petrarchan sonnet. Note it down. Petrarchan. Petrachan. Petrarchan sonnet. Why we call this Petrarchan sonnet? Petrarchan sonnet. Now I invite all of you to find out rhyming pattern. Now you know how to find out rhyming pattern. Find out the rhyming pattern in this poem. Find out the rhyming pattern used in this poem. That is a challenge to you. Finding out rhyming pattern. Rhyming words. First, underline all n-rhyming words. Remember, n-rhyming words. And later you can find out their pattern. Take few minutes and do it. Right? What are the rhyming words? Underline all rhyming words. And put a pattern. බලන්න ඔකට pattern එකක් දාන්න. You know how to use name pattern. Giving letters A, B, C, D, likewise. Right? Right? Did you underline all n-rhyming words? Can anyone send them to me or speak to me about them? Yes. Oshad. After, what is Oshada, your problem? After a sound, there is to be sound. Savitu.
N sound.
M.
N sound.
N sound.
After N sound, there is two L sounds. Crocodile.
Gihara. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. Gihara. You have only given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ඔන්න අටක් දුන්න very good. ඉතුරු හයක් දාන්න C අකුරෙන් පටන් ගන්න. එතන ඉඳන් දාන්න C D එහෙම යනවා නම් දාන්න වෙන වෙන මේවා එනවා. එතකොට එනවා line එක. Right. Ishan. Ishan says A, B, B, A, B, B, A, C, D, E, D, C, D. Right, and now you have sent some patterns. Okay. Agyara, C, D, C, D, C, D. Now let's check. Now we'll understand the theoretical aspect of, technical aspect of a Petrarchan sonnet. It becomes a Petrarchan sonnet because of this strange rhyming pattern. Because of this rhyming pattern. Right. Now we will see. Now, there is the poem on your screen. Now, mark it with me. Mark කරගන්න. Son of the all moon mountains, African. Now, African is the first word. We'll put letter A. We'll put letter A. Chief of the pyramid and crocodile, L sound. L sound. There is L sound. A different sound. Therefore, we have to give different letter. Sound එක වෙනස් වෙනකොට letter එක වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕන. While there is again L sound. Therefore, it should also be B. එන එකටත් B. මොකද crocodile L B. While L B. Then span. What is the letter we should give? Span. Give this span.
A.
Very good. A. Began. What is the letter? Again, N sound. What is the letter? Span, began, African. A. Beguile. What is the letter? L. Last sound L. What is the letter? අපි L වලට දුන්න letter එක මොකද්ද? B. And again B. L. Toil. What is the letter? Again B. Deccan. What is the letter?
A.
A. Now you see, write them down. A, B, B, A, again B, B, and A. How many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These first 8 lines have this rhyming pattern. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. We call these 8 lines octave. අපි මේ මුළු අටට කියනවා octave. Octave, octa means 8. Now this octave has this rhyming pattern. Note down කරගන්න poet structure එකේ. Then we have still 6 lines. Now octave means 8 lines. First 8 lines. Sestet. Next 6 lines, we call it sestet. Write down spelling S-E-S-T-E-T. Sestet. Sestet. Sestet means 8 lines. Sorry, 6 lines. Now they have different rhyming scheme. Sestet has different rhyming scheme. Now do. It's a different sound. We did not find it earlier. Oo sound. Oo, do, oo. Therefore, we put another letter. We'll take now A, B, E are given. Now next alphabetical letter is C. We give C. Do, C. There is another new sound. Waste. Ut sound. You have to give another new letter D. Then bidu. There is W, but sound is oo, bidu. Then again letter C. Then taste, it sound. Then again letter D. To oo sound, again letter C. Haste, it sound, again letter D. I think Gihara gave the correct pattern. C, D, C, D, C, D. Now this is the rhyming pattern of sestet. What is the rhyming pattern? C, D, C, D, C, D. Sestet. Now what is the pattern of octave? A, B, B, A, B, B, A. What is the pattern of sestet? C, D, C, D, C, D. Now because of this strange rhyming pattern, we call this a Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet. There is another reason. In the octave means 8 lines. In the octave, the poet introduces the problem. Write down, the poet introduces the problem. The poet introduces the problem. What is the problem? The Nile. The Nile superpower. In the sestet, the poet presents. The poet presents the solution to the problem. Solution to the problem. Note it down. Make a advanced discussion එකක්, don't worry. The poet presents the solution to the problem. What is the problem? The Nile. Nile superpower. What is the solution? Dark fancies. People superstitious believe Nile does not have such powers. That is the solution. Right? Therefore, these two reasons, this poem becomes a Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet. One thing is rhyming scheme. Other thing is octave and sestet. Octave gives us the problem. Sestet gives us the solution. Sestet gives us the solution. Now you understand, in this octave, the poet is talking about the Nile superpower, divine birth, its leadership, and all those things. And in these 8 lines, six lines, in these 6 lines, he gives us the solution, answer to his problem. Right. Now, this is the nature of Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarch and so on. It's very beautiful. If you are going to study poetry further in your A level, this will help you much. Okay. Then that is the main discussion on this poem. In our next session, we'll put down our comments as discussed here. Now this session ends here. We'll meet again in the new session.